It is Coach Darius D. Brown, and we're back. Listen, man, 2026, we're coming in hot, coming in real hot, man. Before we even get started, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with someone that you feel that can benefit from this episode so we can continue to push the envelope and change more lives. But without further ado, I have a special guest, my brother, Barrett. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, bro?
Man, can't complain.
To be here, man. Appreciate you for having me here.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. I'm excited, man. First guest of 2026.
Definitely.
Man, how's your New Year going so far?
It's going good, bro. No complaints. Me and the fam just moved to a new spot, so we're grateful for that. Yeah, the New Year's going great, bro. Looking forward to what's to come, bro.
Yes, sir. Be blessed. Absolutely. All right. Blessed and highly favored.
There we go.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, man. So we're going to get right into it, man. If you want to share with our viewers, our listeners, our supporters, give them a little bit of your background story, you know who you are and what you do.
Yeah. So, like Brother Darius said, my name is Barrett Baugh. I am a entrepreneur, podcaster, and also I work in accounting as well. Been in accounting longer than I've been an entrepreneur and podcaster, but juggling those three at the moment. Been in accounting for 8 years, podcasting about a year now.
Okay.
And then I've been an entrepreneur now for about 5 years.
Dope.
Yep.
So what made you get into accounting?
So I would say it's a funny story. I applied to college as a mass communication major.
Wow.
So
total opposite.
Yeah, total opposite. Yep. So growing up, I always had this fascination with like news reporting or like being in front of a TV. So like my dream as a child was to be a news reporter or like a sports anchor, something like that. So that's what I wanted to do going to college. So I attended Thune Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida. Shout out to all my Wildcats out there. Okay. Yeah. So applied there as a mass comm major. Once I got accepted, I don't know, something I gave it some more thought and just thinking of my future, thinking ahead. Like I always want to put myself in a position to where I was able to provide for my family, something a little bit more consistent. And math was a strong suit of mine. So I was like, I'm going to take on accounting and see what this is about.
Let's go. I definitely need to understand the numbers. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Man, okay. So listen, man, he's an accountant. So listen, my entrepreneurs, business owners, you're looking for an accountant, someone that's going to keep your books right, get your voice right. Don't be like Wesley Snipes. You are like Wesley Snipes.
Please pay your taxes.
Man, listen, Uncle Sam, he will understand.
Yeah, Uncle Sam, he's talking you down.
All right, so just I'm intrigued to know what's the difference between an accountant and a CPA.
So, essentially, the difference between an accountant and a CPA, they're both accountants. A CPA is just a certification.
Okay.
Though having a CPA does provide you a lot more leverage in the field, especially if you want to work for a public company or a firm, accounting firm, things like that. Having a CPA does offer you a lot more leverage as it relates to, I think, moving up the chain, also financially, of course. So it's like the bump and pay.
I was going to say, so if you're in a certain tax bracket, then like, would you recommend like a client that's making multiple six figures to a CPA? Is all of like just how their financial portfolio is a little bit more broader than someone that's getting started as an entrepreneur or that's in a W-2 employee that's making like $40,000 a year?
Yeah, I would say theoretically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most people who are higher earners in that tax bracket do look to CPAs to kind of manage their books and run their books, their businesses, things like that. But me personally, I have a different perspective on that because working in accounting, I'm not a CPA, but working in accounting, we all do the same work, but not to knock any CPAs. There are some CPAs who aren't as, I don't know how to say it. Man, I keep it real, right? Keep it real. Keep it real. So, I think the title, of course, is a little bit more sexy. The name is a little more sexy. So,
They probably charge.
and yeah, but granted, not to take anything away from CPAs, they do have to take 4 exams and make it 70 higher or above on it. But I don't think it should define them as. It shouldn't define your work ethic or your value as an accountant.
Got it. Makes so much sense. Understood. Okay, man. So as far as so we know that you do accounting.
Yeah.
You went to Bethune, man. How was it being a student at Bethune Cookman?
Man, it was one of the best experiences of my life, honestly. I could say. College was great, man. I feel like I learned a lot about myself in college. I transformed, was able to put myself in comfortable positions to grow. Just through various things I was involved in. I went to school with advanced scholarship. So coming into college, I already had like a group of people I was already connected to because, we were already down there during the summer and stuff. So, and then just being a part of like SGA, plays in a fraternity. It was a great experience, bro. I wouldn't trade it for the world, bro. I don't have any regrets. So yeah, ups and downs.
Yeah. So, like getting into podcasts, I know that you have your own podcast situation going on, and we'll make sure we have Barrett's details for his channel so you guys can tune in and connect with them. But what made you get into podcasting?
So what made me get into podcasting, I'm gonna keep it 100. I felt that my initial feeling was I need another avenue to make my business more marketable. So that's when the idea of podcast came up. Because one, I'm podcast watching myself.
Right.
I'm watching $1 million the other day, and Drink Chance sometimes. Just different interviews. Club Shay, Shannon Sharp, keeping it real with the Browns. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. That's what really drew me to podcasts. It was really a business move, to be honest, for me. But as I began to do it, I began to develop a love just for talking to different people from different walks of life, with different backgrounds, and just being able to learn, bro. I feel like it's a learning experience more than anything for me now. More so than a business move. Yeah, the marketability is there, but you get to sit down and just really learn a lot from a lot of different people. So that's what I enjoy most about it.
Yeah, man, the podcast space is, just where we're at with technology, right? Like you can literally, like what we're doing right now in the crib, shooting this episode and just it getting out to so many different markets, right? And being able to showcase your talent, your expertise, your value, just providing game knowledge. I think it's essential, man, especially where we're at in today's climate, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, right? But then giving other people a platform to showcase what they do. I think that's essential. Like and before we even get into today's discussion, man, I want to share with so many people the importance of collaboration in 2026. 100%. I feel like so many people are in competition with one another, where it's like, and I get it, man. Everybody can't do business with everybody. Your value is everything. So of course, I'm not advocating or saying you need to be collaborating with everybody. If it's in alignment with your mission, with your objective, and you got people out here that's wanting to either collab with you, partner with you, man, listen, man, our blessings are connected through other people, man. So be strategic and, collaboration over competition. But how do you feel in this season that you currently are in? What do you feel now in 2026? What do you feel, Barrett, and you what you got going on, your situation? Where do you feel like you're at now? Where do you want to be in the next 6 months?
I would say, where do I feel like I am now? I would still define my journey, especially as a entrepreneur slash podcaster, that side of my life. I would kind of define it as more so up and coming.
Okay.
I feel like it's on my mind the most nowadays, just because it's something new. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited about it because one, it's something I like to do.
Absolutely.
Two, I have something to work towards. Not to say I don't have anything else to accomplish in accounting, but this is more fresh. So like I have something to work, like more stuff to work towards. As far as this area.
That's powerful, dude. Right. And the reason why I say that is because, people coming in, even when I started in 2019, like I was and of course, it's a mindset shift. It's a constant mindset shift. Like different seasons require new mindset shifts and shifting your paradigm. But for me in 2019, I was like, man, I would stay close to the fire.
Yep.
Invest in these seminars and these conventions and all that, and mentorship. And then in this season, it's more so just reintroducing myself, right? Like identify, because each tier of your life and each season of your life requires for you to like look within and say, okay, I need to be in a new environment of new people that's going to get me to the next level. And this is biblical, by the way, right? Like a lot of people, they hit a plateau or they become stagnant because they're like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm always around X, Y, and Z, but then they're complaining about their income. They're like, I'm not making enough money, but it's like, we're in different times. 2019, we're in 2026. So what worked for Brown Assets Group or Brown Solution Services in 2019 may not necessarily work in 2026. So I constantly just pivoting when needed, but just ensuring that, number one, you have a roadmap, like a realistic roadmap, right? You have you have clarity on where you're going, right? A lot of people try to throw Hail Marys and go, yo, or they try to throw like I'm on the wall. They tell you that it's this. And it's like, no. So for me, man, that's why I always encourage people, especially yourself, like starting out, like have that roadmap, stay in alignment and proximity of people that like, yo, all right, this person is doing it right. Like they made X amount. Because straight up, bro, I always tell people like this. And people sometimes get mad at me when I say this, but it's from my experience. Yeah. I'm not willing, from a business perspective and even personal perspective, I'm not so willing to take advice from someone that I'm not willing to trade lifestyles with. That's real. And I know people are like, well, you can always learn from people even if you're not willing to trade. And that may be true, but for me personally, it's like if I'm coming into entrepreneurship and I want to make my first $100,000, and someone is trying to tell me what it takes to make $100, but you ain't made $100 yet, I'm not necessarily going to take advice from you because you don't know what it's like to make $100,000. What it takes, right? So if I'm looking like, yo, like I want to make $1 million, now it's time. Okay, Coach D, gotta go with this person because they made it in real time. So I'm going over there. I'm not gonna come over here and be like, yo. And I think I want to encourage those entrepreneurs in this season to be like, yo, be around people that are where you are looking to be or inspired to be, and collab together to go higher together. And that's what I mean about the collaboration over competition. But enough about that, bro, man. So 2026 is it's not working harder anymore, it's working smarter. Right. So for you, bro, what does that look like for you in this season? Working smarter and harder.
Working smarter, not harder. It's funny that you bring that up because that's one of my main goals this year. For my business, man, it's just to find more ways to make things more efficient. Honestly, not even just in my business, in life, period. Like, but from a business standpoint, I would say definitely looking to different automations and things like that. To make marketing a little bit more easier. Getting the name out there a little bit more at a quicker rate and to more people. And then in life, shoot, just finding different ways to, you know, loopholes. Because I mean, other people do it. So I mean, finding the ways they do it. You know, like you said, networking, finding those ways, the ways that they do it, and you know, enjoy it the same way. Because I mean, there's ways around everything. Um, every obstacle that you face, I feel like it's not something that you can't achieve. So I mean, there's a way around it. So finding a way to do it, whether it be in your business or in life, there's always a way to do it. But you got it. But you have to put yourself out there, and network with people.
That's good. I met my brother, man, Barrett, man. Our wives actually met first, and then just divine timing, we completed a 12-week strenuous man cohort last year.
Yep.
For Change Church. Shout out to Change Church.
Change.
Yeah, man. And like you said, with networking, like me and you, and now we're connected, and not just on a business level, just on like a spiritual level as well, like growing spiritually. And that's what I want to encourage people as well. Like in this season, man, you got to be willing and intentional with growing in all areas of your life.
Yes.
Our pastor always talks about like having these pillars and being intentional with growing in certain pillars, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, relationally, physically. So yeah, man, that's essential. That's so essential. But in this season, bro, when you hear when someone says prosperous year, what does that mean to Barrett beyond money? Like, what does that mean when someone says, I'm going to have a prosperous year, or I want to have a prosperous year?
When I think of a prosperous year, I think of peace.
Ooh, that's good.
Stability.
That's good.
Being equally yoked with your partner, whether you're married or even being equally yoked with yourself, because there's always two sides of yourself. You're dealing with,
The dark side.
the dark side, and the light. Yeah,
And that's good, brother.
yeah.
That's good.
And being able to decipher when God is speaking to you. You know what I mean? Having that discernment, because if you have the discernment and you're able to decipher, you're always moving in the right direction. But yes, peace, being equally yoked, of course, stability, and also being a beacon of light for others, bro.
That's good. That's good. So is that something that you're aiming to like that's the focal point for 2026?
Okay. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's beyond. I would say a lot of people, make their dreams beyond, more so about finances. But I feel like this year for me is beyond finances. I feel like it's more about impact.
That's good.
In what ways? I don't know all of them yet, but I know in some form of fashion it's through some form of presentation, like speaking or sharing knowledge, or sharing a story. Sharing one of my stories or whatever. I definitely feel like that's one of my calls. It's definitely being a beacon of light through speaking. For sure.
That's so good, bro. That's gonna happen. It's gonna blow your mind, right?
Yeah, most definitely,
Man.
most definitely, bro.
And that's something that I was just talking to the missus about this the other day. Like, surrendering, what our heart desires, surrendering it to him, and being at peace with it.
Yeah.
Like he's in control.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we get caught up, and I've been caught up with it as well, like saying I'm the dictator of my life.
Yeah.
But like you said, when you're equally yoked with Christ, with yourself, you know what I'm saying? You start to learn and reading scripture, you start to learn like, I'm not in control of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in control. And if he's protecting me from something that I can't see with my own eyes, I have to relax in that and be good and say, you know what? God, you know what's best for me.
Yeah.
You know what's best for my lineage. You know what's best for my wife, my kids. You know what I'm saying? And everyone that's connected to me. But me in this season being obedient to say, again, every decision that I make not only affects my household, it affects everyone that's connected to me. Yep. Like,
if I make a dumb decision, I'm blocking somebody else's blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And people from a surface level won't understand that. But when you are really getting spiritually grounded and anchored, you be like, yo, wait a minute. So I'm constantly doing reflection work, like with myself, like asking myself, like, all right, dude, today, how could you handle this better?
Yeah.
How could you respond to this situation, whether it's in business or personal, better? Just getting better. And that's why, man, we looking forward to the second round of men cohort, right?
No facts. I'm pumped, bro.
Man, bro,
I'm ready for it.
it's because, man, like you said, you hit it on the nail, bro. It's so much bigger than like our business. I feel like Brown Assets Group doesn't define me. Brown Solution Services doesn't define us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like what defines us, of course, is our legacy and what we do as far as serving others.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it don't like I'm not doing like whatever I do, whether it's a speaking engagement, mentorship, helping people with their credit, bro, that don't define who I am. I don't go to sleep at night and lay my head on the pillow and be like, oh yeah, I help X, Y, and Z with their credit today, or this person start their business. That's who I am.
Right.
That's not who I am. Right. You know what I'm saying? I am a devoted husband. I am a devoted father. I am a man of God. I am a man of principle, a man of integrity. You know what I'm saying? And I love to help and serve others.
Yes.
To be the best version of themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we looking forward to this, man. This man cohort, man. It's a lot of great things on the road.
I'm excited, bro. I'm already in the group trying to get access to the resources. Trying to get ahead of the game.
Game, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So listen, man. The truth most people avoid from your POV, your perspective, why do you feel people don't hit their goals?
I feel like people don't hit their goals. My first reason would be because they're not led by the right thing to reach that goal. When I say that, I mean,
Expound on that.
Whoever, despite your religion, I think before you make any decision, I mean, you should consult whoever your God is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean that's the head of your life. Before you make decisions, that's the person you should ask for confirmation. Because with that, you have no choice but to go in the right direction. I feel like it's a way. That's one way people. That's one way people don't achieve their goals and that like two, their intention. For example, if your goal is to build a lucrative business, but you want to build it through, you want to validate that through how many followers you have on Instagram. I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of that too, but I feel like that goes into not having the right, your intention. You know what I mean? It's not. I feel like running a business or reaching your goals is not about popularity. It's about purpose.
That's so good. That's so good. Yes.
So I feel like if you're focused on the purpose more so than what people are going to think, I feel like you'll get no problem achieving goals. My third way, I feel like people don't achieve their goals. I would have to say through how they honestly treat others. I would say when you encounter conversations and interaction with people who may not have, may not be in your shoes. I'm gonna say it. I wouldn't say people that are not as blessed as you, because but treating everybody equally is important, I think, for sure. Being a good story. So yeah, that would be my three. Hope that answers your question.
Nah, bro.
I sound like I go on a limb.
No, man. Please, bro. Really, again, your perspective is important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to the listeners and the supporters, man. But you're so right, bro. Treating everybody with respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother used to always say, treat the janitor like a CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody plays a role to prevent you from taking a loss.
Yeah.
Like, everybody. So no matter what, if you got a business, you got BAs or whatever, treat everybody with mutual respect across the board.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No matter the title or the position. That's so good, bro.
Yeah.
And then not seeking validation. Like a true business owner is not seeking validation.
Right.
They're understanding the purpose, they're understanding the mission, and they're going to fulfill that mission by any means necessary.
And lacking patience.
Yeah.
So like reaching your goals, I mean, it's a spiritual journey too.
Facts.
I mean, I feel like you have to be in tune with God, and you gotta, trust His timing. Because I mean, He may not award you that goal or that milestone when you want it. You know what I mean? So you gotta be able to set that.
That's good. I mean, that's good. That's 1,000. 1,000. Yeah, because I mean, to us, sometimes it's like understanding what that price tag look like.
Exactly.
With that extra, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To whom is given as much as required. So when you got more access, more responsibility, like, if you not mentally, spiritually anchored and grounded, disciplined, it's a nice price tag to that. A very nice price tag. And a lot of people don't see it because, unfortunately, with social media, like you say, it's a popularity contest. So everyone is looking at it from a surface level point of view to be like, oh, this person drive a nice car. This person got a nice house. This person got the Cuban link chain. Man, all that stuff might be rented. Right. We don't know. That house they might rent that house out for the day or that car out for the day. This is why I always stress the important. Mind the business that pays you and stay in your lane.
Yes.
And know that your time is coming. So that's good, brother. That's so good. Now, as far as you expound people, you kind of got into like with you and systems, like and strategies behind systems to scale up. And I know that you're getting started, but because you are in accounting, you know the importance of having systems. How does that correlate to what you do in the accounting world to entrepreneurship? And what advice would you give someone that's in corporate or that's in business for themselves with the importance of having the right systems in place?
I would say, as an accountant, I feel like I get the cheat code a little bit because we get access to all parts of the business. I mean, without money, the business can't run. So, having access to those systems. What was the first part of the question? I want to make sure I answer it.
Yeah. So, how does it correlate? How does having the right system, what you do in the accounting industry, correlate to you being an entrepreneur? What's the importance of having the right systems in place with you knowing, all right, I'm in accounting and I know we have the right systems to continue to scale up in this company. Why is that important to, transition that into entrepreneurship, having those right systems in place?
I got you. So I would say systems will make or break your business, honestly. Having the right systems, I think, is extremely essential for the success of your business. And sometimes it may involve a heavier investment. But I feel like the better systems you have, the higher your efficiency. So like, for example, if you go and find, have a system that, is cheaper in price, but, it closed your workload, piles up, kind of defeats the purpose of the system.
Right.
But having systems and working in the accounting industry and correlating it into the entrepreneurship world, definitely I understand the importance of having an efficient business system, because doing all that manually. I've done it. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's not fun at all. So if you can find a way to have a system in place to where things are automated, that'll make your life 10 times easier. That'll make making money for you 10 times easier.
Absolutely.
And if you have employees, I would recommend having systems that are user friendly, because if you have these systems sometimes that are like desktop ran, or like those desktop type of systems, like the ones that are not web based. It's like the ones you have to just download, like old school, like
Yes.
the gray and white, yeah. So it's like those, especially for people nowadays, aren't as user friendly as they once were. But if you're just an entrepreneur, doing it on your own right now, still just as important. For one, having a system in place, and two, having those systems that are user friendly, not only to you, but to the people that work with you and the people that you do work for. Because I feel like that's a representation of your business, the type of system that you have, how people perceive your business, or how serious that they take it. So yeah, I think systems are extremely important. Hopefully they answer your question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think of a time. What was the time that Barrett felt like he was moving right, whether it was in business, personal life, and then you had to pivot? Like, man, bro, I'm moving right, and now I got to pivot.
So, keeping the honey with y'all, man.
Get the honey. Yeah, he with he's real with the brown. He doing that solid, baby. It's 2026. So but I would say
when I first graduated from college, I thought my life was set. I was everything's fault, because I interned with this big accounting firm. My senior year of college, I had a job lined up at the school. My senior year, I was having a great time because I already had a job. I already signed a job offer. Like, I was chilling. Yeah, I was chilling, having a great time, enjoying myself. But after I graduated and I started with that accounting firm full time, it wasn't what I thought it was. And I was like, what's going on? Like, I enjoyed this internship. I really love this place, working at this place. But then I started as a full-time employee, and it's a whole different vibe. Like, I thought I did everything right. You feel me? I thought I did everything right. I thought I did everything the right way, and things kind of just started spiraling after that. Not necessarily spiraling. Things just kind of came out the blue. I was going through some personal things, going through a bad breakup at the time. Then I also found I did receive a blessing. I found out I had a son.
Yes, sir.
In the midst of that.
Gotcha.
But I would say it was a time in which I thought I was doing everything right, but I was missing one key thing, and that was a relationship with God.
Wow.
Not a lukewarm. I had a lukewarm relationship with God.
And we all
That second way.
second way.
Or first way, really. So, that's why I say it's just super important for you to have your spiritual values intact, because they run every part of your life. I mean, even when you feel like you can do everything on your own, you can handle everything on your own, it ain't gonna work if you ain't led. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not the right people, but about the right thing.
So and this again, keeping the road to Brown.
Yeah.
Right. Because of course, as you guys probably know, define now, we are men of God. Right. We're vocal with it.
Yeah.
Who big him is, and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep that solid across the board every time. We're not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
But because I thought about it.
Yeah.
A lot. Who care? I'm like, this person, and again, this is where I had to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally as a business owner. Because I'm like,
I know this person.
Mhm.
They're not children of God. They do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But they making all this money.
Oh, I've been there before too.
And I'm like, bro, like,
Too, bro.
but then as I started to walk with God and build this relationship and start reading scripture and build, I'm like, but they messed up within.
Yeah.
Like from the outside looking in, it looks glitz and glamour.
Yep.
But it's
Not exposed doors. You don't know what they going through. Right. You know what I mean?
exactly.
I feel like more so than anything, nowadays we're being more exposed to what goes on behind closed doors, just because social media provides access to a lot of, a lot of stuff celebrities don't even want people to have access to. Like, I feel like the caliber of a celebrity or someone who has it all isn't the same. Like, I feel like people don't look at it the same, or as a, sort of a, back in the day, people used to look at celebrity more as like a hierarchy, or like more of a look up to people. But I feel like now everybody feels like they're on the same level because we all have the same.
Even playing field.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but in that case, like in your, we'll like just submit, well, not advice. I just don't want to be advice. This would be more so like your perspective as far as like with you being a man of God and you are intentional with walking this life with Christ, keeping him priority, keeping him on the forefront, keeping him first, above all other things. But then you have the other set of people that are not, like, they are just they're living life completely opposite.
Yeah.
Like they don't pray, they don't worship, they don't do X, Y, and Z. But they're successful in a sense. And this is for people that are struggling with either their faith, their current situation, and they feel that they're comparing their life to others.
Yeah.
What is some encouraging words that you can share with the people where, hey, listen, like, whether you're walking with Christ and you're building something powerful for yourself and your family, and then on the other side you're still struggling and battling that comparison. You're falling into this comparison trap.
Yeah, I would say to that, comparison is the biggest killer, I feel like, for anybody, because if you're constantly looking at somebody else's situation, especially on social media, oh my gosh, like that's a highlight reel. I mean, because if you base your life and what you accomplish in life based on what you see others posting, you're gonna forever be unsatisfied. You're gonna forever be unfulfilled. So, for the people who are doing that, because I've been guilty of that myself. Everybody has value, no matter who you are, no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter what your relationship is with God or whatnot. Each one of us provide a sense of value in some shape or fashion. So what I would say to them is just look at yourself like you look at them. You know what I mean? Look at yourself like you look at the people who's posting the highlight reels. Simple as that. Simple as that. You walk in a room, own a room, because you're not any less important than anybody else. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And understand, like, knowing your work, knowing your values.
Yeah.
Like, I walk in the room, I'm like, yo, I'm him, not them. That's what I tell myself. No matter if I'm supposed to be at that table, no, I'm sitting at this table like I'm supposed to be here. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here for a reason. So I think it's a constant reminder, reminding yourself that, like you said, we all have a God-given purpose, and we all have value that we can bring to the marketplace to one another. It's just, number one, believing in yourself, knowing your worth, knowing your value. And I think this is why community is so important, and pouring into each other's cups. And sometimes you got to remind yourself, but it's a little bit easier when you have other brothers or other sisters that are pouring into your cup and giving you that reminder to let you know, like, it's in you, not on you. Like, B, bro, like, you're a damn good accountant, bro. Like, you're a damn real podcaster, bro. Like, but when you're, and this is why I always tell people, like, when isolation is good, but sometimes when you're not in the right headspace and you isolate yourself, that's like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that for sure. Yeah, isolate. I was just because me and my wife were talking about this. Shout out to wifey.
Yes,
We were talking about this the other day. Actually, we were just talking about all the things that we've been through, like up to this point. And I was like, babe, like even now in this current season, I'm like, it's okay to depend on community. Like we don't have to always isolate ourselves when things go. But I feel like that's people's first instinct because they don't want everybody knowing all their business. You know what I'm saying? Or know that they're going through something, or knowing that something that they're going like that a challenge, is going on in their life. They experience the challenges. So we're even working on that, like just depending on our community more, bro. Because I mean, as long as you have the right community around you, it doesn't hurt to leverage it. So, vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to block other people's blessings, and you don't want to block your own blessings.
Right.
And our blessings are connected through other people. So community is essential, man. It's so essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's get into the blueprint for a prosperous 2026. I think for the viewers, man, they got a little bit more insight as far as who you are, you providing game, and we'll make sure we have Barrett's details on Instagram, his YouTube channels, and so forth in the description below. So make sure you guys tap in with bro.
Oh yeah, come out at him.
Yes, indeed. So clarity. It's January 9th of 2026. We're 9 days in this new year. What does winning look like in 2026 for Barrett?
Winning. I'm a very simplistic person, bro. So winning to me could be something easy. But overall, in the entire year, just being able to just get better every day, honestly, bro. I know life isn't perfect. I know that I'm not going to come here and say that, oh, I want 2026 to be perfect, to be flawless. Because that's what anybody would want. But in reality, I mean, we know things are wise. But I would say winning for me in 2026 definitely looks like winning wounded. But
Hold on, say that again.
winning wounded.
That's good.
Winning wounded.
Jeez.
Yeah. Because being able to conquer those challenges, with in a better way, I would say.
A still person there. The still person should lose that winning wounded. Wow. We might need to put that on a t-shirt or something, bro.
Not that from Kurt Franklin.
Man,
I was like, that hit me over.
that's deep.
Winning wounded. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's deep.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, I would leave it there, honestly. My goal for winning is just winning wounded, bro.
That's good. For someone that's looking to achieve their goals, whether small, short-term goals, big, long-term goals, how specific does someone goals need to be for them in order for them to achieve them?
I would say extremely specific because I feel like the broader your goals are, the less clarity that you'll have to achieve them. Like if you're not specific about your goals, it kind of leaves more so a broad path as far as what you're trying to achieve. So, for example, if you're saying, I want to make more money, okay, how much money you want to make, and what time frame do you want to make this amount of money? What is the game plan to do this? You know what I mean? I think that it's very important for you to set specific, be very, very specific. in whatever way works for you. I mean, is it through if it's through creating vision boards, if it's through writing things down, is it through, if it's through even making a video of yourself. It's telling yourself, hey, I'm going to achieve these goals, or you're speaking to yourself, through a video. You're going to achieve these goals. And any way that works, I feel like it's important to be just thing specific for sure.
For sure, man. Yeah, that's something that I do like frequently now. Again, I can't hit a target that I can't see. So it's like writing it down, looking at it every day, saying it out loud, being intentional. It trains your subconscious mind to be like, yo, I'm dialed in on it, whether it's a fitness goal, a financial goal, like whatever goal it is, right? Yeah. Like write that one personal goal down, or write that one financial goal down, or that one impact goal. Like, all right, I want to make an impact to this situation or to these people. Right. Write it down. Like, again, in order to be prolific, you have to be very specific, as Brother Barrett mentioned. Like, you can't hit a target you can't see. So if you're, what grinds my gears, and this is just a pet peeve that I have, is when people talk about their goal, like they're quick to talk about it to everybody, but they don't execute on it. Like that grinds my gears. I'm like, it's like it's the easy part. Like, of course, you're sharing it, and again, like, it's not good to share your goals with everyone. Right. You know what I'm saying? But God, you know what I'm saying? Like, let the success do the talking. Let the results do the talking, right? And, just continue to keep your head down. Work smarter, be humble about it, and God will continue to enrich your territory and expand it. But what are some of Barrett's non-negotiables for 2026?
What are some of my non-negotiables? I would say being taken advantage of.
Okay, expound on that for me, bro.
Yeah. So, being taken advantage of, when I say being taken advantage of, just allowing anybody who comes into the interaction with me, not allowing them to, take my kindness for a weakness, or take my wife's kindness for a weakness, whether it be in business or in personal life. Because, I feel like with us being so kind, very nice people, I feel like a lot of people take that for a weakness, and sometimes they may take advantage. You know what I mean? So, that's what I mean. Yeah, just creating that perception of being, we being business. We're very nice. We love you, but don't try to play with us. You know what I mean?
I hear you loud and clear, brother. Loud.
Yeah. So I would say that's one of my non-negotiables. My second non-negotiable would be if it, like PD said, if it disrupts my peace, it's too exclusive. No matter who it's from, whatever the ask is. Because in the past, I feel like I've overexerted myself a lot. So just, of course, trying to show myself a little bit more love, with not taking on too much of a load. So saying no more. It's a non-negotiable. And being unapologetic about it. No. Yeah, I would say those are my two main ones for this year, bro.
That's for sure. Non-negotiables, man, is so essential, man. But I feel like that's where discernment comes in. You mentioned, as far as you and your wife being kind, exuding that kindness, and people sometimes taking your kindness for weakness. Knowing, all right, that's why I always ask God, like, decrease me and decrease more of you in me. I need you to heighten my discernment, so I know if I'm like, yo, here's my hand, you try to take my arm, I know exactly where to put this person at. I know exactly where to place them.
I've gotten stronger in that area of my life as far as like, no, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna extend the same grace to everyone because that's what I feel God wants me to do, and I'm gonna allow you to prove to me otherwise. Like in a sense of, I never set false expectations on people. I think that's unfair to do that. Sometimes we disappoint ourselves because we set these false, unrealistic expectations on people. And people are like, yo, Barrett, I never told you that. I never said I wasn't to take you know what I'm saying, take your kindness for weakness. I never said that. I should have just told you that I was going to take your kindness. Yeah, if it doesn't make sense. Like, and so I think we get, once we start to identify people are going to be people. We are all flawed. We all fall short of glory. But see, I base a person off their intentions. Like, what were your intentions? Because if you had ill will behind those intentions, then I know where to place you. I know I can't rock with this person, right? Whether it's family, whether it's friends, business. Because I've been there, bro. I've done it, bro. Like dealing with people, I'm like, I can't rock with you no more because your intentions were foul.
Yeah. You
feel what I'm saying? So I think with that, just some words of encouragement and advice for you as well as the listeners. Like discernment is essential. Never set false expectations on people because it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. Because they didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
Like I had to. The late great DMX used to always say, trust a snake to be a snake. Trust a liar to be a liar. Trust a thief to be a thief. Like if you know what this person was about,
it should be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise at that point. You know what I mean? I would say I left out one more non-negotiable. I would say not going one day. We all done it. Not going one day without starting the day off, setting the tone with, with God. In no matter in what form, whether it be through reading a devotional, praise and worship, reading scripture, something to set the tone for the day. Because I know it's when that happens, your day goes so much better when you set the tone, bro.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man. Like it's almost like it's like oxygen for me now.
Yes.
It's like because I used to be bad at first thing I would do when wake up in the morning is pick up my phone.
Me too.
That was like so now I leave my phone in my office because like I'm an entrepreneur and like I get the notifications. I'm constantly checking emails, etc. And I had to be like, yo, D, slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. Okay? So that was one of my Achilles heel, man. So I prayed about it. I said, God, I need you on this. I need you, man. I need you because it's tough. Like, you get on the phone, like, dang, I'm doing it again. But now, again, training that subconscious mind to say, first thing in the morning, I need that time.
Yep.
I need your undivided attention.
Yeah.
Prayer, worship,
yeah,
journaling, reading scripture. And like you said, it sets the tone for the day. It truly sets the tone for the day, man. You listen, man, if you do that, like Brother Barrett just said, man, you start praying, giving him that undivided attention, the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? You will be surprised how your day will go. And no matter what happens throughout the day, keeping your eyes on him.
Yeah.
Because we all, as long as we have a residency on this earth, I am a strong believer. We going to go through trials and tribulations until God calls us home. It's inevitable. Exactly. Like you will be full of yourself to think. And I think that's where the spiritual endurance comes into play. This is where that spiritual fortitude comes into play. You'll be like, yo, no matter if I'm getting blessings or I'm getting lessons or trials, adversity, opposition come my way, my spiritual endurance is so airtight to where now I know how to handle it. Because the first thing I do is cast it to him. Somebody pissed me off today, God, you got it. Business deal fell through, God, you know it wasn't the right business deal. Things shaky at home, God, come in, do what you do best in my home, in my marriage, in my children's life. I truly feel like when we let him have the keys, and PG talked about this in the men conference, like crashing out. We constantly crash out because we want to try to control everything. We drunk off of
control.
off the control. We are intoxicated. You are inebriated off the control.
Facts.
And I don't want to be inebriated off the control no more. God, I surrender it to you, bro. Like you have it.
Facts.
Like, so yeah, that's good, bro.
Another thing I thought of, I'm like, in a way, you know, I don't know. This has been a thought in my head recently. Like, I feel like God bases a portion of my blessings off of our spiritual endurance. Like,
Okay.
I think, he trains our spiritual endurance through things that happen in life, but they say God will never give you anything that you can't bear. So it's like training. It's like you working out to meet that goal of, whatever, working toward that fitness goal or whatnot. But I feel like when you're going through challenges and trials and tribulations, God is training that, making you more durable spiritually, so that when you get this blessing, the problem's not going to go away. So it's like, being more fit to operate at a high level, if that makes sense.
That makes so much sense. And I just thought about something. I also feel, and this actually just instantly gave me peace just now when you said that, though. I kid you not. I feel like trials and tribulations are inevitable because it forces us to rely on Him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people are like, why me? Instead of asking why me, ask God, what can I extract from this situation to make me better? What lesson can I pull from this to be better? And He's constantly saying, I just need you to rely on me. Yeah. Like, to surrender to the adversity, whatever you're going through, surrender it to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and I think clarity is so good, man, because when we have clarity, we're focused on Him, and we have that clarity. It's like you then start to heighten your peace because you now know, like, all right, man, dude. And this is why I always tell wifey this on my leg. Like, lately, I tend to like go back in time. Like, in a sense of like, yeah, God, you brought me a long way. You brought my family a long way. It gives me that reminder to say, you think He don't fail you now?
Right.
Like, His promise is His promise.
Yep.
See, us as humans, we can renege off stuff. Say this and then renege off of it. Like, God ain't reneging. He once He says this is set in stone, like this is the promise I have and the purpose I have for your life. It may not be on the timing that we want it. Things may come in the interim of, like, you get a blessing. You get a blessing, right? And now you got a blessing, and then you're afraid what comes after that blessing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I call it dirty consciousness. Like, you got to clean that consciousness out. Like, you got to clean that dirty consciousness to be like, no, you are a child of God, man. Like, God says it. Like, it's biblical. It's in Scripture, from Adam all the way to Joseph, when his brothers sent him to Egypt, and he ended up going to prison for something that he did not do. And look at the abundance that he inherited. Jesus was birthed through that lineage, through Joseph's trials, through his tribulation.
Right.
So, because we are children of God, man, I feel like once we really start to get anchored in knowing God will never leave us, or He will never forsake us. Right. And, bro, like, listen, bro. No, seriously, because as long as we have a residency on this earth, we gonna go through stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's when me and bro, we do weekly Bible studies. We this year the objective is to expand it, bring more brothers in fellowship and unity on these calls, these morning calls every Wednesday, right? Because there's so many people, so many brothers. I'm gonna speak to my brothers out there that feel lonely. They feel like they're on an island by themselves. And this is why I always say, and I learned it in cohort, community is essential.
Yes.
You can't do this thing and go through this thing we call life by yourself. Because you will be, like, trust me, you are not alone.
God didn't make it that way.
You are not alone. We all go through stuff.
But listen, it's about God knows his soldiers. He knows, like, listen, you can handle this. I'm strengthening that spiritual endurance because once I take you to the next level, it's gonna unlock another code.
Yep.
And you're gonna go through trials and tribulations.
Yep.
Unlock the next level. You're gonna go through trials and tribulations. It may not be what you went through on the first level.
Yep.
But it's gonna get a little bit more challenging. And how are you gonna handle that challenge? So that's good, bro.
100%, bro.
All right, bro. So we're we're wrapping up, man. We appreciate you guys. Listen, man. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, share with someone. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you guys will have Barrett's details, his socials, his YouTube channel in the description so you guys can tap in with him. But man, we do something called rapid fire on this show, man. And I'm gonna, we'll give you a couple of questions. Wrap it up. So yeah, one habit people must drop in 2026.
One habit people must drop in 26. Comparison.
Boom. One habit they must adopt.
What habit they must adopt?
Balance. Okay. What mistake entrepreneurs keep making?
Comparisons.
Okay. One thing you wish you started earlier.
Definitely being an entrepreneur.
Okay. One sentence listeners should carry all year.
One sentence listeners should carry all year. I could do all things that through Christ that strengthens.
Powerful. Powerful. Philippians. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so one action they should take this week.
One action they should take this week. Get up.
Get up and move.
Get up and move.
Listen, man, 2026 isn't about when you feel ready.
Yeah.
You got to get up and move.
Yeah.
It's waiting on you to move. It's about making that decision. That one decision can change the trajectory of your future, trajectory of your life. You got to decide. If it's to be, it's up to me, man. Brother, I appreciate you so much, dude.
Appreciate you, man. It was an honor, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Listen, guys, make sure you guys tap in with my brother, man. Anything last remarks you want to share with the people?
No, man. Thanks, TMs. It was a joy. It was a joy sitting here with my brother Darius, man. For those who don't know, my social media handles is Baugh Jr. __ on Instagram. And my business page is __ Seeking Professional. Also on YouTube as well. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for listening, man. Hope this is a vessel for you to go back and listen to multiple times. I learned a lot today, so I hope the same for y'all.
Yes, indeed, man. We love y'all. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week.